Hello everyone, today I decided to share my VHS collection. Now I did this before back in 2018 on the 400th video, and not much has really changed since then, so I decided to do this for fun. Get some drinks, get some snacks, and enjoy.
And now, our feature presentation.
Starting off the VHS collection is the Star Wars original trilogy. That's right, this is an older set from '95. The last time, they were not lying, the last time the original trilogy was available, pre-special edition changes. So you have Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi. Going more with Star Wars, I received this awesome gift on Easter of 2000, and that is Star Wars The Phantom Menace. I love this movie. A lot of great memories of this one. Then we have an underrated Ron Howard directed film and George Lucas written film, Willow. Much better than the Disney Plus show. I love the original Willow. Classic, underrated. And then Adventure does have a name with Indiana Jones, The Complete Adventures, the original Indiana Jones trilogy, and this has the chapter names here because they released the Adventures of Young Indiana Jones at the same time. And they included it, I remember I was confused. This is the first time I found out Temple of Doom was actually a prequel instead of a sequel. But yeah, like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, I always refer to as Raiders, but I like how they kept the original covers here in some way with the yellow. Then we have Temple of Doom. And then Last Crusade. This is my personal favorite. I love that poster. Going more with box sets, we have the Ace Ventura 2 film collection, and this I actually got at a Blockbuster. My mom let me get it, and it was weird because it was marked for $9.99, and it glitched, and the store gave it to us for 99 cents, which back then is a steal. We both looked at each other and were like, really? It's like, nope, it's 99 cents. It's like, okay. And we got out of there before they changed their minds. But this film just turned 30 years old. I love this. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. And then When Nature Calls. Then we have one of my favorite releases, and a release you could probably find at every half-price bookstore or thrift shop, and that is Titanic, the double-decker VHS. I love this poster with cassette 1 and 2. Iconic. Not really the love story aspect, that and like the social class issues I kind of like figured out later on, but it was like the visual effects. Like I always loved disc 2, or cassette 2, so to speak. And that's what was so great about Blu-rays. I got to watch it without the intermission, you know, with like the way it was in cinemas. So it's kind of cool having this. Next up with Jim Carrey, we have The Mask. Smokin'! Then with more space, we have Titan AE. I wish this would come out on Blu-ray or be on Disney+. This is an underrated movie with an awesome soundtrack. Flash! He's here to save each and every one of us. Then we have Batman Returns. Awesome movie on VHS. And then we have Batman Forever. This is actually my second Batman Forever. I watched it a lot. The first one got eaten up by a VCR. That was not fun, kids. Next up, we have the remasters of Ghostbusters for its 10th and 15th anniversaries for 1 and 2. I love these. Then we have Emilio and the Mighty Ducks. Major Payne. Beethoven. Absolute classic. Underrated comedy with Kiefer Sutherland and Woody Harrelson called The Cowboy Way. Then we have Scary Movie 2, and this is funny because my brother said it'd be a funny comedy like Naked Gun, which it is, but he didn't realize how adult it was, and I already watched it. But I remember this because it had Hollywood Video on there when it was yellow before like after the white logo. And it's cool because this has the Gangs of New York teaser on it. Then we have the first Austin Powers, Rush Hour 2. Then we have The Last Samurai. I got this at Blockbuster Video. It has a faint sticker there. Then we have an underrated film, Big Trouble in Little China, iRobot. And actually, as far as new VHSs go, I think iRobot and Collateral were the last VHSs I got brand new. This one was a widescreen edition from Hollywood Video. We got Collateral, iRobot, and then Dodgeball. Those are the last new VHSs we got from Hollywood Video. It might have been previously viewed, actually. Yep. Going with trilogies, this one breaks my heart because it got eaten up by the VCR and the tracking's bad, but it's Home Alone. Home Alone 2, and my mom got me these in anticipation for Home Alone 3 in theaters. I love all three films. So I had a recent Conan the Barbarian unboxing, and I mentioned that might be the last thing I got from Best Buy. The first thing was a VHS my mom got for me at Best Buy, and that is Beetlejuice. I saw an ad for it in an old comic book movie, and I saw the poster, and I'm like, this looks interesting. What is this? And Mom's like, it's a movie. So I was like, okay, I want to see it, and she got me this. Soon after, the second thing she got me from Best Buy was this special edition of Mystery Men. We were early adopters of the film, seeing it in theaters, and it was great having bonus features and extra stuff after the movie. They used to play it after the film, after the credits, at the end of the cassette. It was always all the making of featurettes. Yeah, these two are the first things I got from Best Buy. End of an era, but I'm going to always cherish them. Next up, we have an underrated film called Hook. Love this. I miss Robin Williams. And then another classic my mom got for me one Halloween in 1999, and that is The Mummy. The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. These are classics for every 90s kid out there. Next up is an underrated film called Galaxy Quest. And then previously owned, I had GoldenEye, but it was actually before they had the regular cases. So here's like a 5-day rental Hollywood video little cassette. Yeah, kids used to rent stuff in video cassettes. They used to be like in this or in a DVD case. You may remember DVD cases. For some who are not around, this is how we used to rent movies. Pre-Redbox, pre-streaming, pre-Netflix. Then we have the VHS of The Nutcracker starring Macaulay Culkin. Dr. Dolittle starring Eddie Murphy. This film was so hilarious. Underrated early comic book adaptation with Dick Tracy, directed by Warren Beatty, has Al Pacino, Madonna. And then this VHS I grew up watching, got it from a garage sale, and it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, FHE Entertainment, Family Home Entertainment. I love this. It used to have that Pizza Hut commercial with the Piano Man playing at the beginning. I have Secret of the Ooze somewhere, but it's misplaced during all the moves. But I also have Ninja Turtles 3. Then we have an awesome comedy called Police Academy. Going with superhero films, another film that turns 30 years old is The Crow. Love this. It can't rain all the time. Then we have the special edition of Superman, the movie. This movie used to bore me as a kid, but I love it now. Then we have the first X-Men. My mom got me this and Tie A on Christmas. Love this. Then going with Arnold Schwarzenegger, we have Kindergarten Cop. It's not a tumor. We're waiting for him right here. Come on, get to the chopper. Predator. I love this with the Schwarzenegger Millennium Collection. It was holographic. Awesome movie. And there is another Schwarzenegger collection with Total Recall. Oh man, classics growing up. I was a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fan growing up. I still am. And one of my favorite underrated movies is Last Action Hero. I wish Jack Slater was a real movie. And then we have Transformers, the movie. There's more than meets the eye with this one. Going with some holiday road, we have Vacation, European Vacation, and Christmas Vacation. And then we have Gladiator, classic film. The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable. And this took a while to come out because it was only available on the Vista series on DVD and then VHS at Blockbuster. So I had to wait a long time for this one. And then this is one of my prized VHSs that I loved growing up, even when I played hooky, and that is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Love this film. Then we have 007 Goldfinger with Sean Connery. You know what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow Knows. Love this. My brother got this for me pre-owned at Hollywood Video. I love this movie growing up. Underrated superhero comic book flick. And yeah, it has the white instead of yellow Hollywood Video logo there. Going with trilogies, every 90s kid had this one, and that is Jurassic Park. Oh man, love this. And then I didn't have the motion Lost World Jurassic Park cover, but I got the ones later when it was on DVD, the collector's edition of Lost World. I got this from Target, double decker. Saved up some money, and it was like $9.99 on sale, so it was like a double feature. And then I love this one, Jurassic Park 3. Love how they pay homage to the original cover there. Then we have Charlie's Angels. Oh, man. Then we have The Golden Child, adaptation of I Spy with Eddie Murphy and Owen Wilson. 1997 was a good year with George of the Jungle and Men in Black. Got this on Christmas. Oh, love this. Then we have Men in Black 2. Going with more Will Smith, we have Wild Wild West. Yeah, I remember this being the first film advertised with the Burger King Big Kids meal. And then we have Independence Day. Any staple of the 90s. I have the little lenticular cover of this somewhere. Then we have The Fifth Element, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and this is a dubbed version, but what's cool is that Michelle Yeoh and Chow Yun-fat actually provide their dub voices, so that's neat. And then we have The X-Files. Before it was called Fight the Future, just the X-Files movie. This VHS is near and dear to my heart, and that is Godzilla. Love the little embossed cover here with his eye. And then RoboCop. This is funny. I actually thought it was RoboCop 3. I didn't know there was 3 films, so I saw RoboCop 3 on HBO, and I was like, Mom, get this for me. I was shocked with the violence. I probably should not have watched it at a young age, but it was an awesome movie nevertheless. And then later, previously owned at Hollywood Video, I found RoboCop 3, found the right movie. This movie is aged very poorly. I remember it being much better when I first saw it. Then we have The Matrix. Love this first Matrix film. And then we went to Tuesday morning when those stores were still open, and I found the VHS of the Bela Lugosi Dracula under the Universal Classic Horror Monster Collection. Then we have Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood, and then one of my personal favorites from Sergio Leone, and that is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And it was so long that it needed 2 cassettes like Titanic or English Patient or Meet Joe Black. And then we have Khan with Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Then we have Star Trek First Contact, and this had the little lenticular cover on there where switches. And then one of the last things I got at Blockbuster is actually Star Trek Nemesis here. Yep, Blockbuster. Then before he went all crazy, I was a huge fan of Mel Gibson. I loved watching Payback, Get Ready to Root for the Bad Guy. That's not too far-fetched now. But the films that inspired me to be a filmmaker, that entertained me, engaged me, filled me with joy, were the Mad Max films. So we have Mad Max, and this one actually has a dub. It's not the Australian version. I love the Australian version on the Blu-ray much better. But then we have The Road Warrior. My brother gave me this one, and it's cool because I remember renting them at the store. I saw it on USA Thunderdome. Then I saw them, and it was the old cover of The Road Warrior, and it was next to Mad Max. And I remember it saying, like, that looks like Mad Max, but it's not. And it left me confused going from Mad Max to Thunderdome. My brother's like, The Road Warrior is a sequel. I was like, oh, that explains a lot. So this was awesome. And then 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. We don't need another hero. Unless it's Tom Hardy. But unfortunately, when those films came out, we didn't have VHS anymore. After that, I found this at a thrift store, unopened, and that is a variant cover of the original Scream film. That has Sidney Prescott and Neve Campbell. Yeah, I like this. Cool little collector's item I found. And then moving on to more Disney, we have Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey. Homeward Bound 2, Lost in San Francisco. The Santa Claus, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Then we have Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, and Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. Look Who's Talking. Look Who's Talking Now. Then we have Richie Rich, Dennis the Menace, and it's cool because Natasha Lyonne plays Dennis's babysitter in one part. James and the Giant Peach, 101 Dalmatians, Little Nemo, Tom and Huck, Mighty Joe Young, Fun and Fancy Free, Flubber. I still wish Flubber was a real thing. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. The Sandlot. Dunstan Checks In. Free Willy. I remember the Michael Jackson video on this, as well as the trailers for Nutcracker and Mask of the Phantasm. Free Willy, The Adventure Home. I wish I had the necklace. I kind of tore a bit of the VHS to get the necklace out, but I wish I kept it. It broke. Free Willy 3, The Rescue. This had a coin. I lost it. E.T. Phone Home. Classic Spielberg film. And then we have The Wizard of Oz, back when it was MGM. Love the THX certified. Got this at Toys R Us back in the day. The Muppet Christmas Carol, Muppet Treasure Island, Police Academy 2, The First Assignment. Got this previously owned at a movie gallery. Pokemon, the first movie. Pokemon 3, Toy Story, Spy Kids, Small Soldiers, Ants. Then we have The Little Rascals, Casper. Then we have Casper, A Spirited Beginning, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, The Prince of Egypt, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, Space Jam, The Fox and the Hound, Pinocchio. Then The Adventures of Pinocchio with Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Martin Landau. Very underrated adaptation. Aladdin, Return of Jafar, King of Thieves, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This film turns 30 years old. The Lion King, Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, Alice in Wonderland, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. No, I'm just kidding, wrong movie. Cinderella, Pocahontas, Peter Pan, Beauty and the Beast, and then Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas. Anyway, that does it for my VHS collection. Thank you for watching. Let me know down in the comments below some of your most prized possessions and your VHS collections out there and movies you loved growing up. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Till next time.